Okay. You want me to go first, right?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Abel's first, and Vera second, Vanetta, you're third.
Yes.
And Andy, do you want to be fourth or last? I'm fine with whatever.
She's muted.
Oh, she's gone again.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Okay, you
You
go
guys
fourth
can
then,
hear me.
Christina. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Hopefully she'll be fine by the time we're done. Okay.
I can
Go ahead.
go down.
You want me to go? Okay,
Yep.
here we go. Hi, my name is Abdel Ali, and I need you to support the installation of cameras on streetlights and realize the benefits it will have on our society. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me restart.
Alright.
Okay, here we go again, okay? Ready? Okay, hi, my name is Abdel Ayash, and I need you to support the installation of cameras on streetlights and realize the benefits it will have on our society. Can you believe there were 684 deaths in 2008 due to red light running, according to the U.S. Department of Transportation? An estimated 165,000 people are injured annually due to red light running. Are you tired of people running red lights and putting you as a driver in harm's way? Well, if you said yes, you need to support this project. Supporting the installation of cameras on streetlights is an advantage in many ways. It will benefit our city with the extra allowance it will get. It will help police authorities to keep crime rates low. More importantly are the lives that are saved due to red light running. By us patronizing the installation of cameras on streetlights will establish revenue for our city. Here are a few examples what our city can do with the money. The city can repave roads and add landscape to make it look more beautiful. Building recreational facilities for teenagers and kids will keep them busy and out of trouble. By the city distributing scholarships to qualified students that meet the requirements will be very helpful. The installation of cameras on streetlights are beneficial for the upkeeping of our city and helps the police authorities keep crime low. Police authorities can use these cameras for different situations. For example, if an officer is unsure about an accident that happened at an intersection, he can simply rewind the cameras and see exactly who is at fault. This will save taxpayer money and reduce court costs. Also, if there is a vehicle running away from the police, they can simply survey each camera in the area and pinpoint where that vehicle is at. This will result in a faster arrest and capture. It is crucial for us to support the installation of cameras, for there will be lives saved. Running red lights has become a big problem around the nation. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, 1 out of 3 people know someone that has been injured or killed due to red light runners. To reduce this statistic, we need to give each driver a reason not to run a red light. We need to find each driver that runs a red light by mailing him a citation. The citation will include a color photograph of the car and a picture before he passes the stopping point and after for proof that he ran a red light. Once the driver receives a certain amount of citation, his insurance will go up, and by that he will have another reason to think about before running a red light. We as citizens need to act for a safer society. We need to let as many people know the advantage and benefit this will have, such as the preservation of our city, the help of keeping crime rates low, in the lives that will be saved due to these cameras. If something in this world is meant to happen, it will happen, and there is nothing we can do about it. But what about if we had a chance to change something about the world and save a life? Will you support such a project? That's it.
Good job.
Great. Hi, my name is Vera Burns, and as you guys know, I'm starting to be a nurse or a hopeful nurse. So anything regarding health and nutrition really interests me. So before I start, for the best results in weight loss, incorporating a well-balanced diet is just as vital, if not more vital, as increasing time spent exercising. So let me ask you guys this. How many of you have struggled with weight or remaining healthy? And how many of you have performed exercise and seen little or no result? If you have been exercising every day for a few months but have become so frustrated because you haven't noticed a difference in weight loss, it is most likely because of the food you consume. In the next 5 minutes, I would like to demonstrate to you why eating a well-balanced diet is just as effective, if not more, as increasing the time spent exercising when looking for weight loss. So, eating healthy and exercising will result in negative energy balance. When you think of negative energy balance and you don't know what it means, just think of the word negative, which is the loss of, or the connotation isn't good. So negative energy balance means that the energy expenditure, such as time spent exercising, is more than the energy intake. So for someone who is healthy and doesn't need to lose weight, it's not good. But for someone who is looking to lose weight, this is what you want to do because that is what results in weight loss. So in order to do this, you do need to have a better diet. So eating fewer calories a day, which recommended by the doctors is 500 or fewer a day, and then 3,500 a week, because that's what it takes to lose 1 pound, results in negative energy balance and will promote weight loss. However, the calories have to be healthy in order for your body to be able to build muscle. They cannot be this. Pizza, anything processed, not that you can never eat it, but it's things like that you're going to treat yourself with, not the only thing you consume. So instead of eating all these processed food and junk food and restaurant fast food, why don't you do the intake of lean protein, complex carbohydrate, and as little saturated fat as you can, meaning cutting out the junk food. And that is what's going to result in a greater fat loss. So when you have trouble going to the grocery store and seeing exactly what to buy, look for the nutrition label, which looks just like this. On that label is usually found on the side or on the back of the boxes, and it will tell you not only the entire caloric intake or content of that food, but also the fat, saturated fat, how much protein there is, how many carbs, the amount of sugar, if there is fortified protein or vitamins in it, and all the ingredients as well. So energy expenditure does not only apply to exercising. There are 3 types. It's exercising, the BMR, and the TEF. The BMR is the basal metabolic rate, and the TEF stands for thermic effect of food. These are both achieved through food. So the basal metabolic rate is just like homeostasis of your body. The better or the more lean muscle you have, the better it is. The more energy lost, the more weight loss. Thus, just the sole act of consuming a well-balanced diet without working out can promote weight loss. Not going to say that you're going to lose 30 pounds, but it will help you lose more fat than just eating constant junk food and constant food that isn't only helping you gain weight, but it's also clogging your arteries, which can lead to many diseases. So, the Harvard University is well known private Ivy League school, and it has a wonderful medical program which has come up with this. This is the Healthy Balance Plate. This is especially for people who haven't taken nutrition class and are interested in health. So in this little health plate, they have vegetables, whole grains, fruits, and protein, as I mentioned, the lean protein. So the vegetables in every plate is just easier to remember the number 2/3. That's exactly what you should have of vegetables that take up your entire plate in order for it to be considered healthy. So eating healthy will help to also promote or better one's nutritional status, which, as I have mentioned in my earlier speeches, is a status of the body in relation to the consumption and utilization of protein, which is essential when looking to improve performance during exercise. This is what I want you guys to think of when you think of diet and exercise and how they correlate with each other. It's like a street sign, because in order to pass one, you need, so it's perpendicular to the other. You can't have one without exercise. Both are very much needed. A healthy diet will help prolong life by reducing the risk for obesity, malnutrition, heart disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, oral diseases, and the list just goes on. This will also give you more time to exercise as well, meaning that your tolerance will be able to go up. You can have longer workouts, you can run longer, something that is essential the more you work out, because you're not going to keep doing the same things and expect different results. You always need to switch it up. So, as I've said so far, it's very essential to incorporate healthy foods, such as the vegetables in the healthy plate, which provide vitamins D, C, B, and A, iron, fiber, and other nutrients. Legumes, poultry, fish, they're all extra sources of protein that are beneficial to the body's need of essential nutrients that it can't make on its own. Poor nutrition not only affects the entire immune system, but it also very much gives you a better chance of having all those diseases I just mentioned. It will stop the exercise time you can have. Eating a well-balanced diet will finally provide you with the results from all the hard work you have been doing by exercising. Let me just tell you from personal experience how amazing this feels when you look in the mirror after all those months and months of exercising. You can finally see some muscles poking out or stomach getting flatter. It's very rewarding. So the well-balanced diet will help you provide the best results when exercising. The better you eat, the better the results. Every food you consume has caloric content. So to be more precise, fat has 9 grams per 1 calorie, while protein carbs have 4. So reducing the amount of fat you intake will help you achieve your toned physique. Protein also helps build muscle, so it is essential. But people have the wrong connotation when it comes to carbs. They're not all bad. In fact, you need them. If you've taken nutrition, you know about DRIs, which, let me just explain to you. They're a dietary reference intake. It's just a set of guidelines to what you should consume each day. You should consume 45 to 65% of your caloric intake should be carbs. Then 20 to 35 should be fats, and 10 to 35 should be protein. So the more lean muscle, the more fat loss, the more muscle will show through your body, the more you can get this flat stomach. Thus, eating a well-balanced diet proves to be a great influence in promoting weight loss and finally helping your hard work be demonstrated on your body. Without the right food, your body will not burn the weight you wish to shed, and it will remain attached to you until you change. So don't tell people about your success, but show them, like this guy did. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yay.
Okay, tonight I want to talk to you about the benefits of breastfeeding your newborn. Some of the great benefits of breastfeeding includes savings. It could save you a lot of money, keep some money in your pocket. That could be spent on other things. You know, when you have a newborn, things can get pretty expensive. It can also protect your baby from a long list of illnesses and allergies. And it is both beneficial to mother and child in that it creates a very special bonding time. Let me start by saying, parents, when you think about breastfeeding, what comes to mind? Pain, messiness, frustration, right? But there are other words that should come to mind, like bonding, satisfaction, and cheap, saves money. Yes, breastfeeding I know can be very challenging. I've done it. But the benefits vastly outweigh the challenges of breastfeeding. I'm going to convince you why I say that. First of all, let me ask you, have you seen the price of formula lately? Since 9 years ago, with my last child, formula was about $20 a can. Now it's probably about $25, $30 a can. Think about that. $30 a can, one can lasts probably about a week, times 4 weeks in a month. That's what, $120 a month For a year, you're looking at about $1,400–1,500. That's a lot of money that you could put in your pocket if you breastfeed. You don't have to buy these formulas. Another thing we see out there is a lot of different type of baby bottles that you would have to purchase. You know, the manufacturers claim some bottles do this, some bottles prevent colic, they prevent gasiness, comfort for your baby, they mimic the breast, you know, and that's another set of money that you have to spend. And also, when you have a newborn, they do go through a lot of different illnesses, a lot of allergies, and you can prevent that. All that you can prevent by just breastfeeding. The first thing I want to talk to you about is the benefits of breastfeeding in terms of medically. One of the things that you can vastly benefit from breastfeeding is the fact that it reduces your stress level as a first-time mom for some people, and for moms that just have a newborn. Newborns they can be very stressful. And if you breastfeed, it reduces the risk of having postpartum depression, which nobody likes to go through. According to the National Institute of Health, women who stop breastfeeding early or do not breastfeed at all has a higher risk of developing postpartum depression. They've also found out that women say that they feel a lot more relaxed when they breastfeed. And it provides a great bonding time, as I've said before, between you and your child. You know, you lay there, the baby lays right there, look into your eyes, you look into their eyes, and it's just one of those, a very relaxed and a very private moment between you and your newborn. Another benefit of breastfeeding is that it helps to prevent your child from developing allergies compared to babies that drink cow's milk. What the National Institute of Health says is that there's an immune factor called IgA that is present in the breast milk that helps to create a protective layer on the baby's intestinal tracts, which is not found in which babies that do drink breast milk, they don't have that protective layer. And what happens is that they get inflammation of the intestinal walls, the walls become leaky, and as a result, undigested protein crosses over into the gut, where it can cause allergy reaction and other health problems. It also says that babies between the age of 28 days and a year old, they have a lower risk of dying during that period of time. And I've said before, it provides a stronger immune system to fight viruses and bacteria. Now that I've covered all the medical benefits of breastfeeding, let me give you a more visual idea of why you want to breastfeed. Now take a look at this baby bag that I have here. It's pretty bulky, pretty full, and think about having to try to force 3 or 4 different baby bottles in here, along with containers that you have to use to bring your formula, because a lot of people like to pre-measure their formulas. You know, depending on how long your trip is, you might need a couple of these. You may need a couple more bottles of these. And plus, you have to bring your water to mix your formula. You have to do, water that is boiled or distilled water. So all that makes your bag very, very heavy. So you can prevent that by eliminating these bottles, eliminating these containers, so that you don't have to travel with them. Your baby gets hungry, you can just find a quiet place between you and your child and breastfeed them, you know. So again, I want to say to you, the benefits of breastfeeding vastly outweighs the challenges that you go through. What I want you to do tonight is take the first step. You know, get online, research breastfeeding, find a class that you can go to that will teach you how to breastfeed. Some pediatric offices offer breastfeeding classes. You know, some hospitals offer breastfeeding classes. Whatever you do, whatever you have to do, try to get the information on breastfeeding and try it. It's a time that you will spend with your newborn that you'll never forget. You'll never regain it, because they grow fast, they get older fast. So as I wrap up my speech tonight, I just want to reiterate to you the great benefits of breastfeeding, which includes saves money. You could save about $1,200 to $1,400 a year, money that you can spend so many different things on your newborn. It means fewer trips to the doctor's office. Why? Because your baby will get sick less often. They won't develop as many allergies, hopefully none at all. And, your baby bag will be a lot lighter. And, of course, it helps you as a mother to return to your pre-pregnancy weight a lot faster because breastfeeding does help to reduce the weight around the stomach area. So take it from me, ladies and gentlemen. I've done it, and my children benefited a great deal from it. I have had less visits to the doctor's office. They don't get sick often. They don't miss school. And I'm sure it has something to do with the fact that I breastfed them for quite a few months before they went on to formula and solid food. Thank you. Unmute. You're still muted. You're still muted, Christine. I can't hear you. You're Can anybody else hear me?
No, I hear you, Vanetta.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
Mary?
Christina.
Wait, let's see if I can hear Christina.
You can hear her?
I don't know. Wait, Paul?
No.
No.
Not hearing.
Oh, no, I can't hear you.
That's We can edit. Keep trying. We can always edit it.
Why don't we just do a new one? Because Abdel and I already went, so it doesn't matter anyway. You can upload 2 separate ones.
Yeah, we have the crowd. Okay, so you want to start over?
It has to be like a different name, probably, right? Or
Yeah,
no?
I call it.
Wait, hold on.
Speech number 2.
We won't. Abdel and I won't have to do it again, though, right?
No, I don't think. Did you guys hear me?
Yeah, we heard you, Vanetta.
Okay, so I don't have
No,
to
we
do it
heard you
again.
too.
Okay.
Us too.
I don't know what Okay, so I'll hang up and call you guys again.
Okay.
Well, first. Okay.
Wait, maybe she should just get back on.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's what she's doing. Yeah.
I think she's just getting back on.
All right, let's see if she can. Okay, let's wait.
Because I think that's how Annie was doing it. Remember?
Yeah, but is Annie? Okay, let's wait.
But Annie just said I can't do my speech tonight.
She said that?
Yeah.
It's on the thing. I can't do my speech. My computer keeps cutting me off or kicking me off.
Mary said, Christina said, I don't know why you can't hear me. Okay, she's not. Maybe she's waiting for us to call her back. She's not getting back on.
Tell her to join it again.
Okay, let me type. Where is she? Okay, here we go.
Abdel, I like your speech. It was good, but Nada, yours is like, I love your props.
Really?
What is it?
I like your weight, fat to skinny. I love that one. I really did.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes, that was good. That was very convincing. That made me want to run out and.
Thank you, guys.
I've been out of the gym for 2 weeks.
Right?
I get back in the gym fast.
Yeah, I just came back from your career, same thing. I'm like, I need to go back.
Yeah, I took a 2-week break
Yay.
and I feel guilty.
No.
Okay, she's muted. Let me.
Can you hear me?
Yes!
There you are.
I don't know why you can't hear me. I unmuted myself.
Okay, I'll mute myself so we can
Okay, let's mute. I'm muting. Okay.
So we might have to come back on the video tomorrow because of Annie and Bella.
I don't know if I can tomorrow.
Well, if you can't, like, it's okay. You made your video already. Like, I guess, like, whoever can be there, I guess it's better for them. But,
I can try my hardest. I just, like, I need to do stuff.
yeah, I understand if you can't be there because that's not the day we chose. But I guess, like, if anybody can be there, Like, I guess we can just, be there or whatever, but,
Yeah, I can be. Yeah, I can
we'll
be an
just
audience.
tell them what's been going on with the Google Hangout.
I mean, I can do it from my phone. It might not be quiet. Like, I might be somewhere, but...
Well, if you mute your phone, too, like,
Yeah,
if it came to that, it's not like...
Yeah. If it's around 9 again, it should be fine with me.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, we'll try to help
Yeah,
Annie
9
out.
should be fine.
Send
Okay.
Annie a email, let her know. We'll try to help her out tomorrow.
And we'll be like 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll just mute myself. I'll be somewhere.
Okay. Okay, Christina, you're up.
Mary, you just almost called her Mary.
I know. I'm sorry. The name just keeps staring at me. So.
Okay, are we on? Okay, we're live. Okay, just make sure my video is big again.
Going on mute.
Okay, you're on. You're perfect. We're ready to go.
Okay. Hi, I'm Christina Caperna, and I would like to address the problem of gay bullying. And calling someone a fag doesn't demonstrate any intellectual greatness. Calling someone a freak doesn't make you prettier inside or out. Ridiculing, tormenting, or assaulting someone who is different from you doesn't make you a better person or more popular as a human being. In fact, the bruises you leave inside and out and the senseless loss of life that is often your prize only serve to demonstrate the decay in heart and the purposelessness of your petty existence. The fact that sticks and stones do break bones, and anti-gay bullying can mean the difference between a life and a death. And I know personally from people that I'm friends with. And there are different types of bullying. Countless people have been seriously injured, killed, or commit suicide as a result of the relentless assaults perpetrated on them because they're different. It's important to be able to recognize gay bullying because it comes in so many different forms. There's physical, verbal, emotional, and nowadays, even more than anything, cyberbullying. And physical bullying involves like anything like kicking, punching, shoving. It's just, that's, the typical type of bullying like in schools. And then there's verbal bullying, which usually takes the form of taunting and teasing and focuses on the victim's like appearances and mannerisms and lifestyle choices. And then there's emotional bullying. And it involves the spreading rumors or isolating the victim from group or activities or just ridiculing them in front of people. And then nowadays, there's cyberbullying, which use the technology like Facebook or YouTube or anything for gay bullying, which it's particularly through the social media, and especially right now. That's just because you can easily say something behind a computer. You're just typing, but it makes it a lot easier nowadays. And then, so I made this board. These are the victims of gay bullying. The important thing to remember is that anti-gay bullying comes in many forms, and it can occur anywhere, at school, on the phone, on the internet, and through social media. And because of this, there are a lot of consequences, and which are just basically like, which are fatal, and they just, according to the Lesbian, Gay, Straight Education Network, young people report hearing anti-gay slurs such as homo, faggot, sissy, about 26 times a day or once every 14 minutes. So really imagine that. Imagine if you were in their place and just every 2 seconds you're hearing these, and it's not in a proper, like, decent, good way. So here's the chart. The Gay, Lesbian, and Straight Education Network reports that 84.6% of LGBT students reported are being verbally harassed, 40% are being physically harassed, and 18% are being physically assaulted just in the past year because of their sexual orientation, which is nearly 2/3 of students. So the Center for Disease Control reports that gays and lesbians are 2 to 6 times more likely to commit suicide than heterosexuals. An estimated 1,500 gay and lesbian youth commit suicide every single year. But on the bright side, there's a way to stop it, and I know this. It really does help. I know I'm so close with so many gay, so many of them, and they go through a really hard time, and it could be stopped, and it can be prevented. And to do so, schools must lead the way. Like, the tough anti-gay bullying policies must be developed with the help, participation, and input of students, parents, teachers, administrators, staff, everything, and that you have to be effective. And anti-gay bullying policies must specifically define bullying and establish the guidelines and rules, as well as the consequences and legal actions that will be available to address violations of school policy. However, once the school policy is established, it's important to get the word out so people know about it. It has to be disseminated in a wide variety of venues, such as schools, announcements, letters to parents, radios, word of mouth. It just needs to be spoken up because it does make a huge difference. It's necessary that we educate people, both children and adults. We have to create and implement education programs and reinforce all of this. Then, aside from school policy and education programs and all of that, we also assure that anti-bullying educational resources and programs are made available to parents and public, because it's important for them as well as everyone else too. I'm not disregarding anybody else that's being bullied, because that is equally as important. And also that school guidance counselors actively work to connect gay students with organizations and clubs that can provide them with encouragement and support they need, particularly during the crucial teen years when they're developing their self-identity and their self-worth and their self-esteem. That's when they need to be most nurtured. But, of course, you can't just stop there. Anti-gay school policies and education programs can only go so far. So, also to have a strict legislation and tough law enforcement, which it sounds kind of like intense, but it's not in that type of manner. There's something we're working on for Congress to pass. It's called the H.R. 11.99, a House of Representatives sponsored bill, which amend current federal law to require that all public schools and districts that receive federal funds adopt codes of conduct that specifically prohibit bullying and harassment, including on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity. Sadly, the federal bill is currently lingering in the committee in the House of Representatives with little hope of passage unless we commit to making it happen. While we work on that, we also demand that existing federal hate crime laws should be enforced. There's the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crime Act, and it's a federal civil rights law that criminalizes the willful causing of bodily injury with or without a weapon when the crime was committed because the actual and perceived religion, national origin, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity, or disability of any person, and the crime affected interstate or foreign commerce or occurred on federal property. Well, this is great. It doesn't protect potential victims of bullying. It is not deemed tied to commerce in some way, or it didn't happen on federal property, so it's limited. It is important to share that this federal law was passed after the death of Matthew Shepard in October 1998. Matthew was abducted by two men who drove him to a remote area in Laramie, Wyoming, and tied him to a split rail fence. And they severely assaulted him with the butt of a pistol. They just beat him, and they just left him there to die in the cold of the night. And probably about 18 hours later, he was found by a motorcyclist who mistook him for a scarecrow. It was senseless, and it was tragic, and it really is something that's difficult to comprehend and really to accept. So in response to this incident, a powerful play titled, it's called The Laramie Project. It was written about his death, and it actually has become a popular resource in educating not only students but a broad spectrum of people around the world. And because federal law is limited in jurisdiction, we must also have state laws that address gay bullying. which in Florida, the Jeffrey Johnson Stand Up for All Students Act was passed by the Florida legislature in 2008 after a 15-year-old student, Jeffrey Johnson, who hung himself because he couldn't tolerate the relentless gay bullying he was being subjected to at school. According to the Sun-Sentinel, this law now requires that all Florida public school districts have anti-bullying policies, which must include a specific ban on harassment, diligent reporting, prompt investigation of bullying, consequences for the students, mandatory referrals, requirement that the victims' families be notified about action being taken to protect their children. It is my firm belief that school anti-bullying policies will create a safe learning environment needed for all students to learn and succeed. It's not perfect, but it's a way to start. And it's the job of schools to educate and wipe out ignorance. Anti-bullying education programs for students, parents, faculty, administrators, and staff, it will help eliminate the ignorance and prejudice against gay students that has sadly come across schools and colleges and even like larger parts of the society. So for those that chose to continue victimizing, federal and state anti-bullying laws must be actively enforced so that gay bashing bullies can be taken out of our schools and off the street to do no further harm. So hopefully you're wondering, how can I make a difference? Because everybody at some point feels like, yeah, I'd like to make the difference. I do believe in this or whatnot. But sometimes you feel like you can't. But to prevail in this fight, we must each commit to taking action. Attend school board meetings, town hall meetings, the people you have elected to represent you, what they're doing to fight anti-gay bullying. Just make sure you ask for specifics. Many will tell you that they have helped instituted anti-bullying policy, but they don't explain what or how or where. So always ask for the specifics so you know what's going on. If your school doesn't already have anti-gay bullying policies, demand they create and implement one. Or just simply, for people who don't go to school, just stand up for it yourself. One person really can make a big difference, and especially in someone's life, even if it's you just being there for someone. Because sometimes all you really need is a friend. All you really need is just somebody to talk to, and that's it. Simple just sometimes works. Lastly, I believe the most important action we can take as an individual is to celebrate diversity and show respect for others and stand up for what's right within our sphere of influence. Gay bullying and bashing is not okay, as well as doing it to anybody else as well. And I want to leave you with a poem written by Davy McGill, a young man who has been a victim and who has suffered the profound pain of gay bullying. So it says, "Faggot was the theme tune of your life. The whispers as you leave a room, the shouts as you enter a corridor, alone, isolated. In a school, outside, inside, making your way through life like a heart made of glass, trapped in a washing machine, being thrown about like you're making your way through a windy day. All while making love to the darkest storm. But we didn't sign up for a stormy day. We didn't join life for the choice of who we love, just like we didn't have the choice to be born into this insanity." Daniel Radcliffe perfectly summed it up for me when he said, "You don't have to be gay to be a supporter. You just have to be human." So don't wait. Just someone's life may be at stake. It's time to get involved, and you should do it now. Thank you.
Good job. Hey, did you know that Tom Daly is gay?
Yeah.
He
Did
just
you know
came out
that?
with a new.
Did you know that Raven Simone came out and she's
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody was like, what?
Why?
Oh my god. I thought that was awesome though. Good job. You should look at his YouTube because he did a YouTube I guess video himself coming out.
That's awesome. I'm gonna look that up.
Wow.
Yeah, he just did it 2 days ago.
I'm not one right now.
Oh.
I think Annie's on.
Annie, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Annie? Yes?
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh, yeah, okay. You're falling off your camera. You want to sit up some more or bring the screen closer or, because we're barely seeing your head. Okay, that's better. Oops.
Sorry, it's my stomach.
Oh. Okay. Well, if
So
you're
you can
ready,
hear
you're
me?
up. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Hello, my name is Annie Cassidy, and I'm here today to persuade you into getting a dog. Dogs have many benefits, such as being man's best friend, protecting you and your family, and they also provide services for the impaired. Now, dogs are not for everyone, but they are not called man's best friend for no reason. They're made to be our companions. Dogs are considered man's best friends because they're full of love that they want to give to you. Now, when you compare a dog to a cat, you can see a dog is a better choice because they will play with you and love you, while cats tend to be more individual type of animals. They tend to be more alone and not want to play or be held. We all need love, and dogs are just there to give their love. Once they establish that love, they'll never stop loving you. So a dog is a lifelong best friend that will always be there for you when you need someone to talk to or snuggle with. So if it's love or companionship you're seeking, a dog is the best way to go. Dogs are also known for being protective, so if you're looking for someone to watch over you and your family, a dog is an excellent choice. Once the animal has established the bond with you, they will do anything for you. They're great guard dogs if you have a new baby or just young children. They'll watch out for them. They'll bark if they see a stranger approaching. They'll bark if they hear noises at night. A dog will let you know if somebody is intruding in your home. Another benefit of dogs is that they can be trained to help the visually impaired. They are trained to guide a person around safely and to keep them out of harm's way. Another service dogs performed are police dogs, where they are used to locate the missing or find drugs. Dogs are great for helping those in need of service. They are also used for psychiatric reasons. They're used for the hearing impaired, along with the visually impaired. They have excellent smelling, which is what helps them perform the services for police. So if you're impaired and need a little help, you can count on a good service dog to help you get around. Now that you know the benefits of getting a dog, when you have to choose the pet, I think it's clear which animal is the best pet for a companion, a guard, and for assisting you.
Hello? Did she finish her thing?
I think she froze.
Oh no. My computer is like about to die, so I'm charging it right now.
Annie? Annie, can you hear us?
Oh.
Annie? Oh. Yeah,
Yeah, she's good.
she's gone. Oh,
I think she was just about done.
I think she was done, right?
she
Yeah.
was wrapping up, yeah.
I hope so.
Okay.
Was it me or did she freeze? Did like the computer freeze like when she was speaking, or is it just my computer?
Glitching, yes, and she was falling off the screen at some point.
I feel like she was like if
Like,
tomorrow
that's good
was
enough.
my
That's good
life,
enough.
you should do it.
What?
Say that again, Christina.
If she wants, you can just she can redo it tomorrow with Noella, like if she really wants, unless she wants to use whatever's there, but it's up to anyone up there.
Yeah.
Because her computer is obviously like.
I think when I hang up, I'll...
Vanessa, you clicked on each one of us, though, right, when we were talking?
Huh?
You clicked on each one of us when we were talking, right?
Yes, everybody was on screen when they were talking. Yeah, I followed all instructions today.
Oh, she's back.
She's really trying to get it done tonight.
Because then we won't have to come back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd really prefer she gets it done tonight.
Me too. Like, once the week goes on, though. Whatever.
Yeah. You said, did you just send this? Can anyone be on tomorrow for me to do my speech? Who is this? I don't know. Oh, that's Annie.
Yes.
Let's see.
Tell her yes.
What?
She's like, can anyone be on tomorrow for me to do my speech? Like, yeah.
I'm gonna try my hardest.
It also made me realize that if I really wanted something, then I should just go. No. I wasn't sure I wanted to be a member of and that meant I couldn't just wait for them.
Okay, are we waiting or are we just going?
So we're
I was
good?
waiting for her to respond. I sent her a...
There she goes.
She said, okay, great.
You guys want to do 9 or 9:30 like we did tonight?
Let's do 9:30.
9:30.
You type in, Christina? You going to respond, Christina?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I know you're gonna type it out because you're ready. You're ready to type.
I don't want both of us type, so go ahead.
We're just like,
That's so weird that we've all been doing this class and we've never met.
I know, right?
really? Okay, laptop, just not send what I type.
We'll probably never meet, right? Because we don't go on campus.
Yeah.
Much. I mean, I don't.
I don't even go on campus, really.
No, I haven't been on campus since, so my last class was 2 semesters ago on campus, biology.
Yeah, no, I hate campus. Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll meet tomorrow.
Yeah, 9:30 tomorrow. She said great.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Night.